going on, everyone? My name is Jesse. This is the Auditorium. I react to video music for the first time as a musician myself. Today is the return of Void Stranger. Cool game with an even cooler soundtrack. Well, actually, I don't even know if the game is cool, but the soundtrack rules. We're listening to Affront to God, followed by Tail. These are both from channel Ebrosgi, the composer. Requested by Cabe Bedlam, and I do have some, well, not context at all, but they do have some side notes. I have no idea what they mean. But, oh god, what was the first one? For Affront to God is, Let's Get Fired Up Mortal. And for the Tail one is, When Void Was Still in Flux, when all 8 Void Lords still roam these parts. Ellipsis. No clue. But, whatever. It's cool. Shout out Cabe, and let's go. I like the soundtrack. It's crunchy. It tickles the hair in my ears. Affront to God. Whoa. I feel like this might be one of the most energetic songs I've heard for this game. A little dissonant. What the heck? Ooh, that's a good sound. This is cool, dude. This is one of the best songs I've heard from this. I'm looking up what footage of this game looks like, I forgot. Oh right, it's all black and white. Oh! It's top down like an old Game Boy game? Or is it a hybrid? Ooh. The counter melodies are going crazy. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. And then over here. All the footage of this game looks trippy. It looks like an old Game Boy game. Dungeon crawler. The only thing I can really think of is Pokemon Yellow is the closest game I played to it, as far as looks, and more specifically the Lavender Town Tower. It's all black and white. It's a Sakoban style puzzle video game. What does that mean? Apparently it's a pretty difficult game. Composer Eero Latinen? I'm guessing that's the real name. Whoa, dude. Okay, based on what I just read and seen, this has to be like an either late game dungeon puzzle or like full of monsters or something. I'm actually thinking of like the Lavender Tower. What's that called? What was the name of that place? I had like ghosts in it. I had like a certain name. Just Pokemon Tower? Oh, it is just called Pokemon Tower. Okay. Dude. It has a very like combat-centric sound. Conflict, like something's not necessarily a boss fight, but like something's attacking me. Whether it's like stage hazards or something, it just feels very danger area. Void Stranger is very unique. You know, I've looked it up before, but like I said, I can't remember stuff after a couple days because I do so many things. I do remember it was black and white. I don't recall if I've seen footage of it before, maybe, but I haven't seen it move. And if I have, then I don't remember that either. But this is the first time like I can really recall staring at it and like, whoa, it actually looks like the closest thing I've ever played to that was Pokemon Yellow, which is on the actual, Game Boy color that I had. And it stood out to me because as soon as I saw the screenshots, I was like, whoa, this looks like what I guess is now the Pokemon Tower. It's like the whole thing about the Game Boy Color was obviously there was colors in it, but when you get to Lavender Town, which is like this spooky town full of haunting stuff, the Pokemon Tower in that game was like black and white. So it actually kind of resembled, like an older Game Boy, but also it felt different, it felt void of life. And if you know the story of the Pokemon Tower, that makes a lot of sense. But that's what I kept seeing. I was like seeing just this kind of ominous space. I just kind of read a glimpse of what was going on. It's a dungeon crawler dungeon crawler puzzle game that's kind of difficult, known for its difficulty. What I should do actually is look up footage of their previous game, Zero Ranger? I don't know if I'm saying that. I don't want to say the wrong thing. Is it Zero Stranger or Zero? No, this is Stranger. So yeah, I have no idea where this is playing. I don't know if there's bosses in this game, but to me it sounded like more of a death trap type place. Like you don't want to be here. There's a lot of just kind of dread and lingering, bad everywhere. But it was really I don't want to say spooky. Spooky's not the right word. It just felt really dreadful. Like a very difficult area full of just bad everywhere. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm trying to compare it to something, but stressful is probably the best word. That was one of the more stressful songs I've heard in a video game. Period. It just had these, ascending lines that just, I don't know. The whole thing made me feel as if I'm trying to put it into like a gamer perspective. I feel like at this point you hear the song, you have to know the game by now. You have to know the mechanics. You have to be very comfortable with, menu cycling, all that. You know what I'm saying? You have to be proficient at it by this point is what I'm getting from that. This one is just called Tail. Pretty vague, but okay. Tail. Let's go. I'm not even gonna try to guess what this is about. Tail. Excuse me. I like what's brewing though. It's got a little delay signal. This is really impressive stuff. This composer's... There's a part of me that hopes this doesn't have percussion. I kind of want to see how it goes. Just like this. The rhythm is the bass line. Boom, boom. I wonder if this composer actually got like older equipment to pull this off. Or just a lot of perfect plugins to get the sound. Tail. And arpeggio in the background. When Void was still in flux, when all 8 Void Lords still roam these parts. Okay, yeah, so no percussion. We ascended and descended. Peaks and valley type of song. That's it. Dang, we went from one of the most stressful songs to a song that was just as blank as possible, and that's not a bad thing. It was almost emotionless. It felt very like purgatory or something. It felt as though not necessarily a dream state, but kind of just the word purge comes to mind. Just very blank and open and like a mind state. It just felt very blank and just kind of floaty, right? And that has to do with no percussion, but that's kind of why I wanted it to not have percussion. I wanted to see how the rhythm of the bass line can kind of carry the whole thing. It also kind of reminded me of, I forgot what they're called, but you see it in movies all the time, the heart rate thing in hospital scenes, dee, dee, and dee, whatever that is. A lot of the sounds of the leads reminded me of that. And that also kind of went in hand with like the drifting. So to me, I guess what I'm saying is like overall, my brain was like the mind of a patient or something. And then you're in a hospital bed and then you kind of drift off. I know it's like probably nothing to do with it, but that's what I was getting at. Like just kind of floating off from reality to some kind of dream state. The song is called Tail though. like what is that? Like it means so many things. Is that the tail of an enemy? The tail end of the game? That just means nothing. Could be a metaphor. I don't know. I really like the soundtrack. I really like the whole thing about it. The only thing I don't understand is the black and white. Is this all just a callback to older stuff, or is the black and white part of the lore of the game? Maybe there's color for the first like minute, and then like some devastating thing happens to the world and everything's black and white. Or is it just meant to fully immerse yourself into a world of like, late 80s, early 90s video games? Either way, it's really fascinating stuff, like there's a big dedication to the sound, the pixel art. It's I'll be honest, this really makes me curious of Zero Ranger. I want to say I'm saying that right. It's Zero something. Yeah, it's Zero Ranger. So I know that they'd worked on it too. I'm super curious about it because I haven't heard it yet. But if it's anything like this, then I don't know. I guess It just calls to me. We'll see. Let me know what's happening in Tail, but also Affront to God. I don't know. I just really like Voice Changer. It's just weird. I like weird. Thank you, Cabe, for the request. And thanks to everyone you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks you for watching Video Game Music Journey. My name is Jesse. I'll see you all later.